welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. Hey gun people! Man, more hot dog crazy cops out there just looking for a reason to shoot and kill somebody. Now the media is going to try and make this out about a color thing. This is not a color thing. This is an attitude of government thinking they can shoot anybody for any reason and get away with it. This cop got fired and he should have got fired, but he ought to be in prison.
Don't you do it! Don't you do it!
Now, just off the bat, you may think that's freaking appropriate because you may see the car coming at him. This is a totally BS shoot.
Don't you do it!
But Rick, he was driving right at him, and it was dangerous, and it was officer safety, and the officer might have just came from a dead baby call, and we don't know. Shut up with all those dumbass excuses. They've been following this guy for the last 5 minutes, and he's stopping at stop signs. He's going 20 miles an hour. He's drunk. He's trying to get home or lost. And they found a way to justify a shooting, and this guy does a mag dump on him.
Don't you do it!
Absolutely outrageous. So how does it start? I'm not real sure. Let me check. Okay, it's what I thought it was. Somebody reported somebody slumped over the driver of a car. He fell asleep. He's drunk. I've got videos where cops were drunk in their cars and they didn't shoot them. But anyway, I digress. So this guy is in the street, fire department here, not really a danger to anybody. No one else is running around thinking they're going to get shot. These guys are standing by the car, and this quota-hire female goes up here in a minute. She'll start screaming when he drives off, but she starts yelling at him not to move. She even grabs the rearview mirror trying to stop him.
Hey, will you open the door so they can check you out? What's that?
59.
No, you...
Notice her fear of her life. Notice that she thinks she's going to get shot. Notice the fear in her. Remember, a guy's going to kill this dude in a few minutes. Notice the fear here of a possible weapon, of them being in danger. Let me give you guys a clue. There ain't no damn fear. It's bullshit.
You turn that car off now. Open your door.
Look at that hairdo. Wow. She must be one of those tough girl cops.
What? What? Turn off your car, man. No. Do not.
Okay, so the guy's got a lot of tattoos. So before somebody comes here and calls me his tattooism, I'm just saying he's got a lot of tattoos. I'm just pointing it out.
Do not move this car. Do not move this car. Do not move this car.
Watch her grab the rearview mirror to try and stop him.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! 42, give me that shit. Stop! What?
Okay, so he drives off. He woke up, which drunks do, people on the influence do. Sometimes they pass out and they wake up. And then they see a bunch of people yelling at him out the window, and they get scared and they drive away because they don't know what's going on. That's pretty normal behavior for drunks. Evidently, Arlington Police here in Texas doesn't get that memo, but that's kind of normal. Again, I want you to pay particular attention. She was standing by the window with no fear. After he drives off, which is contempt of cop, how dare you disrespect my badge and my blue line. Now the blue line brothers are going to come kill you. This is what this shooting is about. They're upset that he drove off and disregarded their order. Now they have to set up the shooting. How do they do that? Of course, this guy gets far away by the time the female gets back to her car because she's panicking. She is still standing in a row. Wow, what do I do? What do I do? Maybe some other cops will come save me. Okay, I'll run back to my car. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! I shot fire! Get out of the way! I gotta get to my car! My car ran off! My God, it's a truck! I gotta chase him! Get out of the way! Move!
She's all over the road.
Yay!
On the sidewalk.
Okay, so now, did you hear that guy? Because I was kind of yapping and talking here. The guy that's following her is saying she's on the sidewalk.
Road. On the sidewalk.
Going to be in pursuit, possible DWI.
Pursuit, possible DWI. So the person was not really endangering anybody, and now the person's going to die. Let me bump forward.
In Arkansas. In Arkansas.
42, I'm with him.
So this guy is talking to him. He's out of the car. Gun's not out. Again, no fear so far, right?
10-4. 10-4.
Throw the keys out of the car. Do it now. Orders. You know, that always works with somebody that can't understand. This guy's actually kind of communicating with them, but all they know, when you're a hammer, you see every problem as a nail. So all they know, I'm ordering you to drop those keys or you're going to go, I'll shoot you. Don't you drive off again. I'm a policeman. I got a badge and I got a blue line. And you freaking pesky citizen, don't you make me shoot you because I'm in fear of my life. So that's how they handle every call.
Drop it! Drop it! Now! Drop the keys now! Drop the keys now! Drop the keys. Do it now! Drop the keys. Do it now. Drop the keys and step out of the car. Do it now. Drop the keys, sir.
Drop the keys, sir. Wow, we got a sir in there.
This is not going to end well for you.
This is not going to end well for you. Meaning I can set up a situation and say I'm in fear of my life. I'll pull in front of you, step out in the middle of the road, and even though you're going 20 miles an hour and you're stopping at all the stop signs, I'm going to yell, I'm in fear of my life, and I'm going to do a mag dump and kill you. Perfect. Law enforcement, protecting and serving the shit out of you across the country.
Do not drop those keys. You got a lot of stuff going on. What you got going on? Well, right now I've got to deal with you. So step out of the car. Do it now.
430 wheel drive behavior.
Had they walked up to the car and not been scared of their damn shadow, they could have probably grabbed his arm or grabbed the keys. They probably went, what's the problem, man? Maybe I can help you. See, they don't know how to act like a human being because they're so used to being tyrannical to everybody and treating every pesky citizen like shit. That's the only thing in their wheelhouse.
Not going anywhere else. You're under arrest at this point.
Now, he said he's under arrest. Supreme Court's ruled you're not under arrest until you're physical custody. Till I put hands on you, you're not under arrest. I cannot get you for resisting arrest unless you pull away after I put hands on you.
Step out of the vehicle for evading. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. Do it now.
442, we're stopped at Daniel in Arkansas. He's not obeying orders. We're trying to get him out of the car.
Notice her. Notice her concerned. Yeah, I'll kick the curb. I'm just talking on the phone. La, 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 la. I'm thinking about, you know, what color I'm going to dye my hair tomorrow. And let me do my nails. I mean, just look at her lackadaisical.
We're trying to get him out of the car.
Do it now. Step out of the vehicle. Do it now. You ready to move up?
Did he drop the keys?
Keep your hands out. Keep your hand. Put your hands up. Put your hand up.
So you're going to see in a minute, he had the keys hanging out the car, and then he went back in to start the car and leave. That's when they drew their guns. And they're going to say he reached for something. He put his keys inside the car and started up. But by saying he reached for something, that sets up my defense that I was in fear of my life. I thought it was a weapon. So any movement that any pesky citizen does, he could be reaching for a weapon. I'm in fear of my life. I'm so tired of this just flat out blatant lies.
Hey! Put your hands up.
Stop the car!
Put your hands out that car now. Put your hands out the car. Both of them.
42, he's going again. Southbound Daniel.
Oh my God, he's going again. Down, Daniel.
Vehicle southbound Daniel.
God!
She threw it in neutral.
Vehicle southbound Daniel.
Shit. I'm in pursuit. I'm so happy. I'm going to get to tell all my girlfriends that I got to chase a car and that's some mean man, and then we end up killing him because we're the blue line.
Six 23 Just in the area.
Stopped at the stop sign. This guy's driving safer than most cops drive.
42 for southbound Daniel passing Shelmar.
But this guy right here is getting pissed off because every time he stops, he wants to jump out of his car and pull his gun and maybe try to shoot him. So he's getting pissed off now, and he's going to show this guy, and he's going to win. He's going to kill this dude. He's going to use deadly force and take the life of this guy because he stopped at a stop sign and drove away at 20 miles an hour.
Speed 20 miles an hour, light traffic.
20 miles an hour, light traffic. He was reaching for something when we started to approach speed.
Okay, so right here, what happened when you hear that, dude, that's when two units try to transmit. You get that tone. So she tried to key and say, we're changing directions and give the new direction. And this guy keyed the radio first to get out the reason to kill him. Be advised, he was reaching for something.
He was reaching for something when we started to approach speed.
So she waited for him to get finished talking, and now she's going to turn off or tell where they went.
Westbound Carla.
Westbound.
Notice there's cars parked on both sides of the street, and driving around these cars is normal. This guy says she's driving on a sidewalk and against the flow of traffic. Again, setting up the lies for shooting and killing.
432 is reaching for something believing to be a weapon. I'll authorize a third in the pursuit.
He's reaching for something I believe to be a weapon. Why do you believe it to be a weapon? Could have been reaching for a bag of Cheetos. Could have been reaching for a donut to offer you a donut to stop chasing him. Why does it have to be a weapon? Because when you're a hammer, everything is a nail.
10-4. 402, what's the registered address of that car?
Okay, the reason why they ask what's the registered address of the car, very common, good police work is when you're chasing someone, you always run their address because then you can predict probably where they're going because most people run home or they run to their neighborhood, jump the car, jump out because they know the alleys and everything to run like that. So finding out where they're at, then we can send other units to the house or to the neighborhood and get ready because we think that's where he's going to go. And then while we're following him, we can figure out, yeah, it looks like he's going home. He's going left here. He's going to take it right at the next place. Oh, yeah. I mean, we've literally just went, you know what? Just follow him home. Shut down the lights, and we're going to follow him home. He'll stop when he gets home. I mean, we've done that before. It's not that big of a deal. But when you want to shoot somebody, you got to keep the lights on and the sirens. And he's reaching, and he's driving in the middle of the road, and he's going 20 miles an hour and stopping at stop signs. I have to shoot him because I'm in fear of my life. Just freaking absurd.
Westbound Carla approaching Concord.
This girl's in a 20-mile pursuit. She's still shaken up. Westbound car. Oh my God. Sirens will put you in, even if things are calm. If you turn a siren on, it becomes muscle memory for cops. Just like it does for dogs. They start barking and getting excited. Cops have the same response to sirens. It triggers an adrenaline jump, and it dumps adrenaline in your system and fight or flight because you hear sirens every time you're chasing, you're moving, you're in a hurry, something bad's going to happen, you're getting in tactical mode. So sooner or later, every time the siren comes on, it puts you in that mode. Just like PTSD, they may hear a big bang, they may think it's a gunshot, every bang is a gunshot. Cops, over time, every time their siren's on, they get excited and jacked up.
Person Concord. 430 speed.
He's stopping at all the stop signs, going about 20 miles an hour.
Does that really seem like we need our sirens and chasing and we're in a pursuit and he's reaching for a weapon and I need to be able to stop? Does that sound like this needs to happen? Remember, this ends, he kills the guy.
32, he is going into the opposite lanes of traffic.
He is going in the opposite lanes of traffic. He was driving in the middle to avoid parked cars. So again, Officers have learned I need to put out fake shit even though it's not fake. So now it's on a recording. And now when I shoot and kill somebody, I can say, hey, in my mind, you heard me on a recording. I thought he was a danger. I thought he was driving in the wrong roads. I thought he was reaching for a weapon. Therefore, it's in my mind. And the Supreme Courts have ruled it's what's in the officer's mind when he uses force. So if you can argue that my mind was a scared crazy man that thought he was driving like a maniac in the wrong way, reaching for a gun, therefore my shooting was justified. Total bullshit.
We're going to the dead end of Carla.
She pulls in front of him to block the path, setting up a roadblock so he couldn't go forward. I'm not even sure if that was against policy. The guy stops. Even after he's getting shot, he stops, puts his foot on the brake, which means his foot was already on the brake and he was going to slow down and stop anyway. This guy wasn't trying to run anybody over.
Dead end of Carla.
He jumps out in front of him like all cops do, and all cops have been getting away with it for years. I've been complaining about this. I used to complain about it when I was working as a cop. CHP was a master of this. They're like, shit, all we gotta do is shoot somebody, jump in front of their car. If they move, we can shoot them and it'll be justified. All we gotta do is say we're in fear of our life. We thought they were gonna run us over. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like a cop can run out on a busy freeway and shoot every car that drives by him and claim fear of life, even though his dumbass jumped in front of the traffic in the middle of the highway. I mean, in this day and age, that's exactly what we're training cops is okay. Absolutely outrageous. Now, here's the other camera of this guy. You'll see. I'm going to bump through it because we already seen it.
10-4.
Going to speed limit, not running, not driving crazy, not driving on a sidewalk.
We're going southbound on Daniel, approaching Arkansas. She's all over the road.
He did hit the curb there. He's obviously drunk. He's weaving within the lanes. Obviously, he's drunk. We get it.
On the sidewalk. Going to be in pursuit, possible DWI.
So the guy knows he's possibly DUI, and he stops at the red light. Wow, that driver's really crazy. Did you see that? He stopped at a red light. Man, we better shoot him.
Dear Daniel.
Throw the keys out! Throw the keys out! Do it now! Throw the keys! Drop them! Now! Drop the keys now! Drop the keys now! Drop the keys! Do it now! Drop the keys! Do it now! Drop the keys, sir! Point. Step out of the vehicle. Do it now. The vehicle. Put your hand up. Do it now. Put your hand up.
Man, just because he put his hands inside, this cop.
You ready to move up? He's got his hands up. Keep your hands out. Keep your hand. Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Hey! Put your hand up. Do it now. Put your hands up.
Man, I mean, what do they give? Are they putting? Is Krispy Kreme starting to put freaking fear dust in their donut icing? Is that why all these cops are running around freaking scared of their own damn shadow? They've got numbers, they've got guns, it's daylight. Where is this fear coming from? I mean, it's just crazy.
Out that car now! Put your hands out the car! Both her!
So see, he's got to jump out and draw his gun again. He was probably going to shoot him here. And then the guy drove away and he went, damn. But now he's pissed because now this guy made him. Because cops like this blame everything on the pesky citizen. This cop made him. This car made him get out. This car made him chase him. This car made him do his job. How dare he? He's a government employee. He should be able to go out there and just pull over little old ladies freaking parking on the line in a handicap and give out tickets all day. He should be able to do what he really is good at instead of having to chase this guy and draw his gun. Boy, I'm going to make this guy pay.
Yep. 20 miles an hour. Yes.
432, be advised, he was reaching for something when we started to approach the vehicle.
So now he's setting up the shooting. This is when the other officer keyed and she got that tone. He was talking and she was going to put out the change of direction. He keyed first, so that's why his message got out. So he's moving around the cars that are parked, giving a lot of leeway. Look, he's obviously drunk. He's giving a little bit more freeway. He's not driving recklessly against the flow of traffic, running people off the road. There's no traffic out here. But obviously he's drunk. We know that. I agree they need to stop him, but you don't need to kill the dude. Good grief.
432 is reaching someone believed to be a weapon. I'll authorize the center in the pursuit. 10-4.
Now, see, I don't get that. I don't know if that was a sergeant or someone else saying because he's reaching for a weapon, I authorize something to end the pursuit.
432 is reaching someone believed to be a weapon. I'll authorize the center in the pursuit.
I think that was a sergeant saying because he's reaching for a weapon, I authorize something to end the pursuit. So maybe he just authorized a pit. We're going to get to ram this guy and spin his car around. But you know what? We didn't get to do that. If we can shoot him, that's even better. We'll just jump in front of his car.
10-4. 402, what's your registered address for that car?
Oh, man, that motherfucker made me jump out of the car again. That's it. I'm shooting his ass. Wait till I get out of the car next time. I'm going to shoot him. That's what he's thinking.
Going about 20 miles an hour.
Going into the opposite lanes of 32. He is in going into the opposite lanes of traffic.
See, this is how you make him a danger. He's a danger to the public. I must save and protect. See, the only way government gets to exert power is to say they're protecting and serving the shit out of you. Now I'm going to get out and I'm going to shoot this piece of shit. That's what this guy's in his mindset. I mean, when this guy goes to jury, if he goes to jury, if they end up charging him, of course they'll say they're going to charge him, but whatever.
Don't you do it! Don't you do it!
I thoroughly reviewed the video footage for this case.
Wow, this guy's got a lot of stars. Wow. Look at that. That guy's not a white guy. That's a woman. That's not... What happened to his hair? Anyway.
I reviewed other relevant items as well, including interviews that have been conducted. The facts, as we know them today, are not going to change. They're not going to change today, they're not going to change tomorrow, and they're not going to change 6 months from now. The officer who used force against...
When you see people behind somebody talking and they're nodding their head, yeah, I agree, that's right, yeah, that gives him credibility. So he's got a pastor back here wearing his pastor shirt saying yes. That gives him credibility. This isn't by accident this guy's behind him. But anyway, they end up terminating him and they say it's the fastest termination ever. So on this news report, they're saying the chief fired this guy quicker than anybody else. Shocking.
Now, Chief Jones again called this the quickest, the fastest that any officer has been fired here in Arlington. He says that Officer Robert Phillip violated their use of force policy, and after meeting with Internal Affairs, he decided to terminate his employment here at the Arlington Police Department. Now, before releasing the video, we heard from several Arlington community leaders, and they are in support of what the chief has done here as far as...
Of course they are. They fired a dude. See, they're not in support of holding. How did he violate the policy? What exactly? I mean, it's easily to say he violated policy and I terminated him. But what did he violate? Why don't you show the policy and say he violated this? He violated this section. Because I see cops every day shooting cars that drive at him, and they're fine. Maybe this matched the color narrative that a white officer shot a black man. Maybe that's why it's the fastest firing. Anyway, you can judge it for yourself. Another earning the hate for the cops out there shooting up the community. I don't care what color they are, the cop or the suspect. Government's out of control, and they're killing too many people too damn easy. All right, we'll end that there.